This video is part 2 of a series of demonstrations on using software Nearby Plant Finder. So if you haven't already gone ahead and watched part 1, I recommend starting there so you can get familiar with a single species search and this nearby software. We're going to go ahead and enter our primary species of Fremontodendron californicum. I'm leaving the United States and the map basically untouched. I'm going to be pulling from SignNet for this, and I'm clicking Submit. I am doing another Southwest example for Southwest plants, but know that this software is available for any region across North America or South America, so feel free to explore with your local flora. So to get the map to load, it's going to load in a separate tab. I'm going to click the hyperlink map above the table, and I'll zoom in here. Those black dots are Fremontodendron californicum, our primary species. And if you overlay your mouse over one of the black dots, you'll get information on the collector as well as the catalog number. So there's several things that we can do with this map. I think one of the interesting things that this map provides us are questions for collecting, questions for defining habitats or specific biozones. So we see that Fremontodendron has not just a broad distribution, but it seems to prefer very select areas. And if we click on any of the lists on the left here, so when you click on one of the species, in this instance, it's Ceanothus gregii, you see that Ceanothus has a similar distribution to Fremontodendron, but it also trends a little further north in its more inland range. And so questions like, why don't we see Fremontodendron in that area can arise. We also have other secondaries we can look at, like Cercocarpus betuloides. You see that Cercocarpus goes way further north in California than Ceanothus gregii. So are some of these plants that grow in this region in Southern California, why are they not overlapping further north? What are the constraints for these other plants? Are these areas that we can look for collecting specimens that may have not already been collected? And then just looking at the map more practically, as you continue to add secondaries onto this map, you'll notice that the secondary that you most recently added gets overlaid onto the other secondaries. So I added Quercus chrysolepis last, which means that it is on top of, for example, Ceanothus gregii. Other small features you could use to adjust this map for your queries would be using these down or up arrows to bring the size of these dots a little smaller if you wanted to kind of view things a little more specifically. There is also a relief map if you wanted to get more information on the topography. So this might give you a better picture as to the Fremontodendron's distribution kind of hugging these mountainsides. Maybe it has a certain elevation profile that it prefers. And when I'm specifically using this tool, I like to toggle in between the two tabs and, maybe try organizing things a little differently. Maybe look at the elevation and see of the species that grow within specific elevations, are they more closely or more further apart from your primary species? So there's a lot of queries that can be generated from this tool. What I've given you are just a couple. But I hope that this has been informative, and happy using Nearby.